Okay, so I just found, this lighting's terrible. I just found a 2013 Retina MacBook Pro, obviously, a 15-incher i7 2.3 gigahertz, 16 gigabytes of RAM, and 500 gigabytes of SSD storage. And it does feature a GT750M, at least I'm pretty sure. Whenever it's a 2.3 gigahertz i7, I'm like pretty confident that that means there's a GT750M. I'll double check, but I'm pretty sure it does have one. So it is like an hour and a half away. So I'm going to go pull out some cash. Actually, I do have some cash on me already, but I'm gonna go pull out some cash. I only need 560 bucks. The guy is selling it for 560 bucks. That's a really good deal. And I'm gonna flip this and make like $200-ish. So it's an hour and a half drive, so you gotta factor that in, obviously, but we'll talk about it a little bit later. So I'm going to see you in my car when I'm on my way to go get the computer. So you can see all the snow on the ground. It is winter in Ohio. I am going to, it's about an hour and a half south of where I live. We're meeting there at 7:30. It's like, I don't even know, it's like 5:45 right now. I just need to grab some cash real quick, and then I will be heading there once I get into my car. All right, so I just got the money at Chase Bank. It's over here, it's in my wallet. It's 560 bucks, I keep getting that wrong. 560 bucks, it's a really good deal. The problem is it doesn't come with a charger, so I will have to cannibalize one of my actual MacBook Pro chargers that I have laying around. It's not extra, it's the one I actually use. Oh, that's out of focus. But I normally am using the one that's connected to the Thunderbolt display, so it should be fine. And I do have an extra non-OEM one laying around that I did use for a little bit, so I guess I'll just be stuck using that for a little bit. But it's no big deal, because if I can include the OEM charger, I'll be able to sell it on Swappa for hopefully 820 to 850 to 900 bucks, maybe a little bit less. And we'll tabulate all that later when I do eventually sell, and I'm sure a few days from now. All right, I'll see you after I have the computer. All right, so I'm here at Panera Bread. It is right up there. And man, I'm not gonna lie, I hate this vlogging crap. I wanted to show the whole thing front to back, end to end, and just like how kind of easy this actually is. All right, so I'm gonna come back when the guy gives me the computer. All right, that's my hair. So I have the computer. I've had the computer for a second. I had to walk back in here and put the camera in here. Everything you know is a lie on YouTube. Art is dead. Art is fake. So here it is right here. I'm going to look through it and see if it does have the GT750M. I'm pretty sure it does, but it looked like everything was working fine. I just want to double check that it does, so I'm going to do that right now. All right, so it does have the GT750M. Wait for that to focus in. So it does have that, and that is good. 16 gigabytes of RAM, i7. I'm not gonna really review this laptop. I've talked about these before. It's a good laptop. I mean, if you wanted me to, I'll find another one, I'm sure, and buy that one. But this is just to sell. So I'm gonna get home. And oh, the guy was actually pretty cool too. I forgot to mention, he already put my first and last name like as the user on here because of Facebook. I bought it on Facebook Marketplace. That's actually pretty cool. So 560 bucks later, I have the laptop. Unfortunately, no charger, but I do have one of those at home. I'm going to have to subtract that out of the cost though, because I don't like using non-OEM chargers, especially on anything from Apple, because they are super picky with their proprietary stuff. So I'm going to run home now. It's about an hour and a half away, so keep that in mind. And then I will see you when I get home. So as I said in the car, the guy was really cool. He said my name and everything. It does have the GT750M, which is nice. I'm pretty sure all 2.3 gigahertz i7s do have that from the late 2013 MacBook Pros. I'll have to double check, but it is in really good shape. It's pretty clean. I might just give it a quick scrub. And then there's the cat. He hasn't been in a video in a while. And then I will be posting this onto Swappa tonight. Swappa, I prefer to sell on there because eBay has really ridiculous fees. And honestly, the way eBay treats their sellers is really, really bad, especially in the computer space, because people lie, cheat, and steal. That's just what they do. And in the computer space, sometimes you can get ripped off. So what I did is I like to sell on Swappa. I found that site to be very, very nice, low fees. It's just a PayPal fee and then like $1 chunk. So if I were to sell something for $850, Swappa would take like 25, and then PayPal would take 2.9% plus I think 30 cents per transaction. So it's very low fees, and then you pay the shipping and you pay to box it up and everything, and you pay to send it all out, whatever. But it's very low fees, and I do really like that because I've just had a lot better luck selling on Swappa. So I'm going to list this tonight onto Swappa, and then I will just let you guys know if it sells. Oh, obviously it did, because this video will be going out when I do sell and I make a amount of money on it. All right, we'll see you then. All right, so the computer just sold. It sold for $825, but I only get 800 of that because the 25 of it is Swappa fees. I just got finished filming the 2015 MacBook Pro video, and I gotta hate this. And I'm just gonna set it down. Okay, so now I'm sitting down. Now I'm actually on my knees. Wait, I'm an idiot. So the computer sold for $825. I'll show that on the screen here. And Swappa takes 25 bucks, so it's 800 bucks. And then PayPal will take another chunk of that. And I think that was around 26 bucks. I'll have to double check. It's either 26 or 24. It's just a percentage of exactly the money that you get. And they take a cut of that. It's fine, it's no big deal. And then now I have to find, oh, you know, that box right there might work. I have to find a box to ship this out in, and then I'll have to take it to FedEx and pay for shipping there, and then subtract that all out and see how much money I end up making from the computer, although you guys probably already know before I do. All right, so the laptop is right there. Well, that's mine. This is the laptop all packaged up, and now I need to print a shipping label. Or I might just get one at FedEx. Actually, I'd rather just have them do that so they can type in the address so I don't mess it up. So I will see you after I drop it off. All right, so we're here. I'm getting sick of this vlogging thing, and I'm gonna go drop off the package, and then I will see you in a second. All right, so I just dropped off the package. It was $27 to ship, so it's looking like the profit is gonna be around 150 bucks. I'll definitely have to calculate all that in when I get back home, but I'm gonna go head home now, and then I'll give you my final thoughts in a second. No, I'm not gonna do that. All right, so I just got back from dropping off the MacBook Pro. Now, this was just a simple exercise to show you guys that you can make money, but I definitely want to talk about the positives and negatives about doing something like this, because I've been doing this for years, and I want to explain that there are definitely some negatives. It might just seem like, oh, I made 150 bucks like that, but there definitely was more than just that goes into it. So let's get into it. So to start, we spent $560 on the MacBook Pro, $0 to ship it in terms of packaging materials, $27 to ship it via FedEx, and that includes $800 worth of coverage on top. I always cover it because it's a few extra bucks because I have shipped stuff and I didn't cover it, and then I was SOL. I was out of luck. There was nothing I could do. The guy returned it, and I was left with a broken computer that I should have shipped a little bit better, or at least I should have just gotten some extra insurance on it. My tripod is broken, so I have to continuously adjust this stupid camera because it keeps tilting down and down and down as I'm shooting footage. I did have to give them one of my OEM Apple MacBook Pro chargers. That does kind of suck, but the Thunderbolt display behind me does feature and includes one of those, which is really nice. And my fiance's freaking laptop does have her charger, so I'll be fine. And I do have a non-OEM charger, which I did use for a while, which is fine. It's an 80-watt charger. It works fine, but it's not OEM, so I don't know if there's any Apple magic that happens with those chargers. But I do know that that non-OEM charger does technically work. So that's a definite negative. Like, I bought this MacBook Pro and it didn't have a charger, although I looked locally and chargers for MagSafe 2, they go for maybe 40, 50 bucks used, so I'm not super concerned about it. If I ever want to buy one used, I could spend 40 bucks. Let's go over how much money I made. I ended up selling it for $825. That is before the Swappa fee and the PayPal fee. After the Swappa fee, it is $800, and then after the PayPal fee, it's $774.80. It'll be on the screen. And so $775 is how much I sold it for. Subtracting the initial investment of $560 brings me down to $215 profit, minus $27 to go actually ship it, and the packaging label or the shipping label, whatever, the shipping cost, that was $27 on top. So that leaves me with a $188 profit. But then you also need to consider the fact that I did drive an hour and a half both ways. So you have to take into consideration like extra miles on the car, yada, yada, yada. I'll say that it is no more than a few cents per mile that wear and tear on the car. It's a car, you're supposed to drive it, so I'm not super concerned about that. That was 80 miles away, which brings a few cents to like maybe 16 bucks if we do like 10 cents a mile. So 16 bucks we could subtract for wear and tear on the vehicle. And then gas costs for 180 miles. My car gets about 30 miles per gallon, which would bring it to $18. Essentially, it's closer to like 15, but we'll round it up to 18 at $3 a gallon because I'm not sure if it gets exactly that many miles per gallon. But then that leaves us with a total profit of $154. And that is about 4 hours worth of work, a little bit more because I was filming some of the stuff and I had to make sure I brought the camera around. So I would say that it's about 4 hours worth of work. That comes out to about 40 bucks an hour. Now, some people will complain and be like, well, you have to drive and do this and this. Okay, well then don't do it. Okay, that's fine. Don't do it. I'm not telling you to do it. Don't be a little crybaby about it when it's like, oh, well, I don't want to drive that much, or this is not a likely deal. It's like, well, I drove an hour and a half for it. I went out of my way to go get it, and I did the work to go get it, and I did the work and put it on Swappa, and then I did the work to go drop it off at FedEx. So don't talk about and don't complain that it's like, oh, well, the gas costs and the time. It's like in 4 hours, I was able to help create a video for the channel and make 160 bucks. So don't complain. Don't be a little wuss. So, do I suggest doing this for everybody? Yes. I would suggest always be looking locally unless you live in the Ohio area, Northeast Ohio, which is where I live, because those are my deals, and don't try to get them from me. But seriously, I think that it's a great way for everybody to make a little extra side cash, especially if you're just somebody that knows a decent amount about computers. I know one of my best friends, I got him into computer buying and reselling, and now he's much better than me. He's at like $2,000 profit for the last 2 to 3 months, which is insane. I mean, $2,000, that's like, if you could do that for an entire year, like a couple $1,000s extra each month, or even $1,000 extra each month, that's like 12 grand. I mean, you're gonna have to claim that on your taxes. It's so much. So I think that you definitely need to continue looking just locally, Craigslist, Facebook, OfferUp, and Letgo. I prefer Facebook the most. I think a lot of other people do. That's where I found most of my good deals. That's why I found this deal. So I would suggest looking on Facebook, and honestly, just be patient. They come around, sometimes they don't come around, other times I'm constantly looking. They don't always come around. It might seem like I'm always getting a good deal, but to be fair, every deal I've gotten in the last like 2 months has been spread out over 2 months, and it takes me a few days to make these videos, so I don't post every single day. So just keep that in mind. Don't get discouraged if you see somebody like myself or other YouTubers who get good deals. You'll find one. Just be patient. Make sure you know exactly what you're buying, how it works, if you could sell it for a profit, and stuff like that. So I hope you guys liked the video. It's cool that I can share a way that I can be passionate about a computer and also make some money on it and share that with you guys. I hope you guys take these lessons that I've taught you today. Your sensei is now releasing you to the world to buy and sell computers. No, but seriously, I hope you guys did learn a little something about this, and I will see you guys in the next one. Thanks again for watching. Don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe if you liked the video. And if you didn't like the video, well then literally just turn off your phone and throw it away, because why would anybody not like this video? All right, I'll see you guys in the next one. Peace out. That was probably super loud. I apologize.